everyone. How are you? My name is Mohil Ashmuni. I will be your host today in today's webinar. For the ones who don't know me, I'm the Customer Relations Manager at Kotobee. I've been here for almost 6 months. I'm really enjoying it here, and I hope that you too are enjoying the webinars we're giving and you're getting as much knowledge as you can. Okay, so before I start with the webinar of today's topic, I want first to give you the outline of our webinar. I will start with a brief introduction about ebooks, and then I will give you some information about the popular free ebook software around the world, and then our main topic, which is the 4 smart ways to secure your ebooks. And then I'll show you the free support channels that you can use to reach the Kotobee team as soon as possible. And of course, at the end, there will be maybe 10 or 15 minutes for answering all of your questions. And also today's gift will be a discount coupon. This coupon I will give to all the attendees of this webinar at the end of the webinar. So make sure you continue the webinar till the end and you will take the discount coupon. So let's start. Okay, as we all know, everything is evolving around us, and that includes the books. Okay, books are also evolving. They have evolved from the heavy printed forms to the software form, which is the PDF format, and then it finally reached the interactive ebooks. Okay, ebooks that contains interactive elements like videos, audio files, galleries, and book widgets. Of course, there are a lot of formats that support interactive ebooks. However, the most famous one is the EPUB format. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of software that can export ebooks with the EPUB format, and you can create interactive ebooks through. So today I will give you maybe the most popular free software to create your ebooks. The first one, of course, is for creating documents. Okay, it's the Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, or Adobe Acrobat. I think they are paid, so there are other alternative software that are free to create documents, like OpenOffice, for example, but they all have the same characteristics. They are very easy to use, a lot of templates available. However, they only support fixed layout format. Okay, also they have minimal support for interactivity. You can't add videos, you can't add audio files or book widgets, and also you will need a suitable reader to read these documents. Another software is Calibre. Actually, it's one of the oldest ebook software creators. It runs on Windows, Linux, and OS systems. However, the source content must be in HTML, and unfortunately, it doesn't support video or audio files. So it also has minimal support for interactivity. The Sigil, another software, is also another software for creating ebooks. However, it has lack of cross-platform exporting options. You can only export EPUB formats, and it will need you to be familiar with HTML and CSS to create really fabulous ebooks. And of course, the most popular authoring tool around the world is the iBooks Author. It's very friendly. It has a very friendly user interface, actually drag and drop. Also, it supports book widgets, and they are the creators of book widgets. Since they are the most famous or the most popular ebook authoring tool, then they have many online resources available that you can use. However, the biggest disadvantage with this authoring tool is that it's only Mac supported by Mac only. You can only work on a Mac, and the published ebooks will only run on an iPad and Mac. Okay. Another authoring tool, which is our authoring tool, the one I will be working on today, is the Kotobee Author. It supports book widgets. It supports all kinds of interactivity. You can add videos, audio files, galleries, questions to your ebooks. and it has a support for apps. You can export your ebook or your library app either as a web app, desktop app, mobile app, or even integrated with your LMS. As I mentioned, you can create libraries through the Kotobee author. The only disadvantage it has is that it doesn't run on Linux. Maybe we can add this system to our working systems in the future, hopefully. So, as I mentioned, today I will be working on the Kotobee author. Just a brief introduction about Kotobee for the ones who still don't know Kotobee. Kotobee is a complete end-to-end ebook solution for any organization. We have many products, and today I will be focusing on the Kotobee author software, since it's the main software for creating ebooks, publishing them, and managing them. Okay, for the ones who still don't know from where to get the software or from where to start using it, you can just go to our website, kotobee.com. Okay, you can register as free users by just entering your name and email, get your free license, and email will be sent to you with all of the instructions that you need to download the software and to start using it. Let me go back to the presentation. So, our main topic today, I will be giving you 4 smart ways to secure your ebooks, and I will be using the Kotobee author to do so. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have 4 smart ways. I'm gonna divide them into 2 sections or 2 categories: the offline security and the online security. Let's have a small comparison between both. For the offline security, it's obvious, no internet needed. However, for the online, it requires internet. For the offline, it has a low level of security. It can be breached, actually. For the online, it's high level of security since it's controlled by a third-party server. Okay. For the offline, it can be easily tricked. And I will show you how it can be easily tricked in a while. For the online, it can never be tricked. Okay, so for the first section or the first category of the ways is the offline security. Is actually it has one way out of the 4 ways, which is exporting your ebook as an EPUB encrypted file. We all know the EPUB format. You can export as an EPUB file and you can read this file by any EPUB reader. However, for the EPUB encrypted, you will need to use the Kotobee author to export an EPUB encrypted file that will only be read by the Kotobee reader application. This app is available for free for anyone. You can download it on your Windows, on your Mac, on your Android device, or your iOS device. Okay, so your EPUB file will be encrypted with a password. No one will be able to access the EPUB file except with this password from the Kotobee Reader app. So this is the first way. The second category, which is the online security, where everything will be hosted on the cloud on a third-party server that will control all of the 3 ways I'm going to mention now. The 3 ways are, the first one is controlling user access via email login. You will have emails and passwords to control the user access. The second way is controlling user access via promo codes. You won't bother yourself with emails and passwords. You're going to just create promo codes, give it to the users to access your either ebook or your library app. The third way is the device DRM, which is limiting the number of devices per user. Okay, let me give you a small comparison for the first 2 ways, the email login plus the promo codes. For the email login, it's personal because each email belongs to a certain user. For the promo codes, it's not personal because you can give this promo code to any user. It doesn't have to belong to a certain user. You can give it to any user. However, for the email, it will only belong to a specific user, the email's owner. Okay, for the email login, it can't be created beforehand because you will need to get the email address from the user first in order to add him. For the promo codes, it can be created beforehand, and whenever a user registers or purchases the book, you can give him the promo code that has been created. For the email login, it's a little bit slow process since you will need to get the email address, add the user, an activation email will be sent to him asking him to create his own password in order to be able to access your library or your cloud ebook. For the promo codes, it's easy and fast. You're going to just create a promo code, give it to the user, and he can access the library directly. However, for the email login, it's easy to remember because for each user, of course, he or she will remember their email and they will remember the password that they have created. For the promo codes, it can be, if they forgot it, then they will need to get back to their email to search for the promo code that you have sent in order to access the library. So it can be lost. As for the third way, which is DRM, which is limiting the number of devices per user, as you can see in this diagram, this is the normal situation that should be done. You create a promo code for your ebook, a user purchases this promo code, you give him the promo code, and he accesses the ebook using the promo code. So let's say that won't happen. What will happen? This will happen. He will access the book with your promo code, but he will also give this promo code to his friends, maybe, or to other users to access the your ebook. So, of course, we don't want this to happen. So this is the use of DRM, which is limiting the number of devices. I can limit the number of devices for this promo code to be 1 device per user, for example. So this way, this user will be able to access the ebook from his laptop. But if he gave this promo code to any other user and they tried to access the ebook using this promo code from their devices, of course, it will tell them that they have reached the maximum number of devices because it was already used by the owner of the promo code. So now I've explained the 4 ways, but let me show you how to use them from the Kotobee author. Let me jump into our software. For the ones who are seeing this for the first time, as you can see, the Kotobee author is divided into 4 primary panels: the edit, customize, export, and manage panels. Okay, for the edit panel, you're basically creating the content of your ebook, either importing it from a PDF or importing it from an HTML, or creating it from scratch by creating chapters, sub-chapters, and adding any of the interactive elements from the right-hand side menu in here, adding images, galleries, links, videos, questions, book widgets, audio files, 3D images, or text. Okay? After creating the content of your ebook, you will move forward to the Customize panel. In the Customize panel, you're mainly customizing the look and feel of your ebook app. Okay? And here we're talking about single ebooks, not about libraries. You can add your own custom logo, your own startup image. You can play around with the colors of the upper bar and the lower bar that will appear now. Now, here they are. The upper bar, the lower bar. I can play around with the colors as much as I want from the design section. Okay? So, in the components section, you can enable or disable any of the components in your ebook. Let's say in this ebook, for example, I highlighted a word. I will have some extra features like copy to clipboard, text to speech, Wikipedia lookup, Google lookup, adding a note or highlighting a word. You can disable maybe the Wikipedia lookup or the Google lookup. You can enable or disable any of the components from this section. And finally, for the Customize panel, you can view the end result of your product, your ebook, from different platforms. Like here, I've chosen the iPad. You can choose a different platform to see how it will look like from an iPhone. You can rotate it. You can interact with it normally as if you are the end user. After finishing customizing your ebook, we will move forward to the export phase. And here we're going to talk about the first way of securing your ebook, which is the offline security. So in the standard files, I can export it as an EPUB, but this way anyone will be able to read this EPUB file from any EPUB reader. The second option, which I mentioned in the presentation, is the EPUB encrypted. Here, I can add a password like this one, for example, webinar, and I will click on create to create a new EPUB that will be encrypted with a password. Let's save. So this way, no one will be able to read this EPUB file unless you gave them the password, which is webinar. Okay, now the file is created. Let me go to the Kotobee Reader app, which is a free app. Anyone can download it, as I mentioned. I will click on Open EPUB file, and let me choose the EPUB that I've just saved and open. It will tell me it's encrypted. I need to enter the encryption password in order to read this file. Let me enter webinar. Okay. So now I will be able to access the ebook. As I mentioned, the problem with the offline security is that it can be tricked. How? I can give this password to anyone and he will be able to access the EPUB encrypted file using the Kotobee reader, of course. And this can never be done using the other way, which is the online security. Now let's go back to the export phase. We have other exporting options. You can export your ebook as a web app or as a desktop app, Windows, Mac, or Chrome. You can export it as a native mobile app, Android, iOS, or Windows phone. You can integrate your ebook app with your LMS by exporting it as a SCORM package and upload the SCORM package to your LMS. And the simplest way is to host it online on our server, or if you have already created a library from the Kotobee author, you can upload this book to your branded library app. So to use the other three ways I have mentioned in the presentation, while exporting as a web app, desktop, native mobile, integration with LMS, or hosting online, you can convert your ebook to a cloud ebook. Okay, this way you will have some extra features and control over this book. From where to control the book, we will move to the Manage panel. Under Cloud eBooks, you will find the cloud ebook that you have just created. Let's start with the settings to explain it a little bit. Here, I can declare the book to be private instead of public. Anyone can access it. No, I can declare it private, and I can declare the login to be using either emails and passwords or using promo codes, or I can leave both options available for the user to choose from. We will try both ways. Let's choose first the email address. Okay, so there are some extra features, like for example, synchronize annotations with backend, which means that the annotations a user will take while reading the book, like notes, bookmarks, highlights, will be saved on our backend. Whenever he enters the ebook, he will find his annotations available for him. You can enable self-registration, which means he can insert his email address to register as a user for your ebook, and you can request admin approval. This way an email will be sent to you asking your approval first. And the last way, which is one of our 4 ways, is the device DRM I've talked about. You can limit the number of devices per user to 1 device, 2 devices, unlimited number of devices. It's your choice. Okay, so this is for the settings. For the users, it's for adding your users. We have 4 different ways to add users. The first way is adding them manually, one by one, by adding the email address. Let me add a user, محيي الأشموني @gmail.com, and add a user. This way, a user will be added to the table of users. You can either activate this user or send an activation email. Okay, let me send an activation email to this user. An email is sent. Let me go to the Gmail, it's mine actually, and see how we can create, how a user can create his own password. Okay, and of course access the ebook. Okay, it's opening now. Okay, as you can see here, there's an email from Kotobee. Let's go back to the software just to show you one more thing. In the settings, there are email settings. You can change the sender name to be your name instead of Kotobee's name. And if the user tried to reply to this email, you can place your own email here so that his reply will be forwarded to you. Also, you can change the content language. We support 17 languages, and you can place your own header and footer instead of the Kotobee's header and footer in this email. So I will click on this link to create my own password. Let's choose webinar and confirm the password webinar. Submit. Okay, it's created. Now I can access the ebook since I'm already a user. Let's go back and try to open the book. It's actually a hosted book. Let me view it. And let's try to access it using my email address and the password I've just created. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm using the login using promo codes, I think. Let's check. Yes, it's using promo codes. Let me go back to the settings. Okay, and change the login using email address. I forgot to click on Save Changes. This way it's changed. Let's go back and try to access the same ebook. Okay, so now it's for email address and passwords, muhyi@gmail.com, and we will enter webinar and login. As you can see here, I'm able to log in to my cloud ebook since I'm now a user using my user email and password. Okay, let's go back to the users. So this is the first way you can access, you can add users one by one manually using the same way I did now. Okay, after creating him, after the account is activated, you can either deactivate this user, you can change the password, you can view the devices that he has used to access your ebook from, or you can delete this user. The second way to add users, if you already have a bulk of users, you have a database of users, you can click on actions and you can import from an Excel sheet. This way, all of your users will be imported to this table of users. Okay. The third way, let's say you have a website where you sell your ebooks from. So, and you want the addition of users to be automated. You can use our user integration API. You will need a web developer to do so, but it's a very easy, straightforward API, and it's available on our support website. They will follow the API, and it's very easy to use. This way, after your user purchases the ebook from your website, it will be added automatically to this table, and also an email will be sent to this user asking him to create his own password. So this is the third way. The fourth way, if you have a WordPress website that you sell your ebooks from, you can integrate it with the cloud account using a WooCommerce plugin that we have created to automate the addition, and of course, if you want to edit the user or delete this user, anyone that wants this plugin, he can go to our support website. You will find an article about the WooCommerce plugin, and you can download this plugin and use it to link your WordPress website with your cloud account. Let's go to the second way, which is the promo codes. It's easier since it's not personal. You're not dealing with emails and passwords. You're going to just create a code. Let's create a code. It's created. I can change this code to webinar, for example. Click on enter. It's changed. Now you can give this promo code to anyone you want to access your ebook. Let's try to access this ebook using the promo code. Let's first choose the login to be using promo code save changes. Let's go and access the same ebook, but now the login page will be using only promo codes since this is the option I've chosen. Okay, I forgot to save changes. I'm sorry. It's private. It's promo codes, save changes. Oh, and I also forgot to go out from this one to log out to close this one. Let's open it again. So it's opening now and we can access it using the promo code. Okay, I need to log out first since I'm already logged in using my user email and password. Okay, as you can see here, I forgot to log out. Now I can log in using the promo code. Since I've chosen the settings to be login using promo codes, now I can log in using the promo code I've just created, which is webinar login, and I'm logged in. Okay. Also, you can log out using the same way I did from the settings. Let's go back. So these were the two ways to control the access of your ebook, either using emails and passwords or using promo codes. The fourth way was device DRM, which is limiting the number of devices per user to control the access to your ebook. Let's go back to our presentation to show you the free support channels that you can use to get support whenever you want. Of course, there is the webinar recordings. For this one, you can access it using the same link that you have used to access the webinar, or maybe a day or two, you can find the webinar recording on our YouTube channel. And for the other webinars, you can go to kotobee.com/webinars and you will find the other webinars available for you. You can register for them and view the recordings of these webinars. Also, there are step-by-step online video tutorials on our YouTube channel along with the webinar recordings, as I mentioned. And of course, our knowledge base articles, they are actually user manuals that are available on our support website, support.kotobee.com, along with the user integration API I've just showed you. And to reach the Kotobee team, whenever you want, you can reach us by email, online chat from the website, or by phone if you want. And now the discount coupon. This discount coupon is valid for 48 hours. It's available for 2 days. You can use it when buying any license from our Kotobee website. Let me write it in the chat so all of you can have it. 624. As I mentioned, it's valid only for 48 hours, and I think you can make use of this code because the library licenses, for example, will be doubled starting the 1st of July. So you can make use of this 10% discount to buy with the current pricing. And now your questions are welcome. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Okay, someone is asking how can I start uh, creating or exporting the ebook and converting it to a cloud ebook? What are the steps to do so? Okay, let me go first to our website from the pricing page. Okay, It depends on the exporting formats that you want to use. First, you will need to choose whether you want the basic or the premium license. The basic license is basically for creating branded web and desktop apps. The premium license, it's also for creating branded web and desktop apps along with 5 branded mobile apps. And you can also export as a SCORM file to put it on your LMS. After you choose one of these licenses and you purchases it, you will go to the Kotobee Cloud option, okay, and you can purchase a subscription for, if you have one book, then you will need to get one. If you have 2 or 3 or 5, there are bulk options for the cloud ebook. This way, you will be able to convert your ebook into a cloud ebook, and you can have all of the ways that I've mentioned to control access to your ebook. Okay, another question, a very good one. What if I want to gather all of my books in a single app? This is actually a very good question. Here we're talking about the library solution. Before I show you how to control the library, let me show you a quick sample about the library. It's actually a library created by one of our users in South Africa. It's a magazine. It's private. She's controlling her users' access. So we won't be able to access the library unless we have an email and password or a promo code given by the library admin, of course. But we can browse the books. We can see how the end result of a library looks like. If I clicked on any of the books, it will tell me login to read, since it's private. If it was public, or if I log in, it will tell me open to read, and I can open the ebook inside the library app. Let me go quickly to the software. To manage your library, it's just the same like a cloud ebook. However, in the library, you have 8 sections. For the settings, it's basically the same as the cloud ebook with some extra features. You will declare the login. You have the synchronized annotations, self-registration, of course, the device DRM, an extra option, which is offline support. If you're going to export your library app as a mobile app, you can have offline support for your library app. For the users and promo codes, they are the same as the cloud ebook. You're going to add users and promo codes the same way as I mentioned in the cloud ebooks. However, here you have an extra option, which is the permissions tab. You can choose certain permissions for this user because adding a user by default, he's a global user. He can access the whole library. But for this user, for example, he has only access for the book travel magazine because this is what I added. If I want to choose another book to give him access to, I will choose it, click on add, and now this user can access these 2 books. Okay, the same goes with promo codes. You can do the same with promo codes. As I mentioned, for the libraries, it's the same as the single ebook. You can export it as a web app, desktop app, native mobile, or integrate with the LMS. And the final section, you can add unlimited number of admins to your library. They will just have to go to kotobee.com and register as free users, and you can add them by their serial number. And when adding them, you can choose the admin to be an author or an administrator. If the admin is an author, then he or she will be able if he's an administrator, he will be able to access all of these sections, edit anything inside your library. If he is an author, he will only be able to access the books section. He will only be able to add, edit, or delete books while the library is live and online. Someone is asking, will the library mobile app have my logo or Kotobee's logo? As I mentioned, since you bought the library license, you will be able to place your own logo from the customized section. You can remove the Kotobee's logo, place your own logo or your own startup image. So it will be your own branded app. Let me go quickly to the pricing of the library so you can see. Okay. Actually, the subscription of the library depends on the number of books and the number of users. It starts with up to 10 books and 1,000 users. It's $500 per year. And when you increase the number of books or increase the number of users, the cost of the subscription will increase. As I mentioned earlier, the pricing for the Kotobee library will be doubled starting the 1st of July. So for example, for this license, which is 100 books, 1,000 users, it will be $3,000 per year starting the 1st of July. So for example, if you used the discount coupon and bought this license before the 1st of July, you will get it with $1,350 per year, and each year the renewal will be with the price that you bought with. So you basically are getting a 60% discount. Okay, someone is asking if I exported the same ebook uh, to different formats, exported it as a desktop app, mobile app, web app, will the notes and the user informations, logins be shared across them all? Yes, they will be shared. Let me go back to the export. When you export the ebook, your ebook, as a web app, you will convert it to a certain cloud ebook. Let's say you're going to export the same ebook as a desktop app. If you converted it to the same cloud ebook and you did the same with the native mobile app, then all of these apps will be linked to the same cloud ebook that you can manage from this section as I mentioned. So it will share, the annotations will be shared across all formats, the user information, the promo codes will be shared across all of these apps of the same ebook. Okay, another question about this point is asking if I'm gonna do the scenario as just explained. Will I have to pay for each app, or it will be for one cloud ebook? It will be for one cloud ebook. Since you've got the premium license, for example, it's $300 once in a lifetime. So you can export unlimited number of apps, web, desktop, or 5 mobile apps, and you can get only one cloud ebooks, maybe pay it per year. It will be $100 per year, and it's only one cloud ebook. Since you're linking all of the apps to only one cloud ebook, so you will pay a subscription for one book. Okay. Okay, someone is asking about the EPUB encrypted. Can I do it using the free version? And another question, will the password be stored on our server or where? Okay, for the first question, no, it can be done with the free version. With the free version, you can export your ebook as a normal EPUB file, but to export it as an encrypted EPUB, you will need at least the basic license. And for the password, since I mentioned it's an offline support, so the password will be saved with the encrypted EPUB file. So actually, it will be local inside your mobile device. If you're for example opening the Kotobee reader from your mobile device and you try to open the encrypted EPUB file from your mobile device, then the password will be saved on your mobile device. It will be local since it's offline support, offline security, I'm sorry. Okay, another question about the library pricing. Someone is asking if they want to increase the number of books later or the number of users, will they have to pay the whole license? Actually, no, you won't have to. If you, for example, bought the library license 10 books and later on you want to upgrade to the 100 books, then you will just pay the difference. But make sure it's before the 1st of July. If it's after the 1st of July, then you will have to pay with the new pricing, and the renewals will be with the new pricing. If it's before the 1st of July, then you will pay with these pricing. Okay, someone is asking, what if I just want 20 books for the library? Must I buy the 100 book plan? No, you don't have to. Actually, if your requirements are not available in these plans, you can send us an email telling us your requirements, and we can prepare a special offer for you. For example, this example given by one of the attendees, which is 20 books, the 10 books, it's $500 per year. For increasing another 10, you will add another $200 to the already $500. So it's $700 per year for 20 books. Okay, oh, another question. Where can I chat live with your support? It's available from our website. If you go into our main website, kotobee.com, you will find a chat bar that will appear to you at the bottom right-hand side. You can chat with the support team. As you can see here, it's chat with a representative. It's always available, so you can chat with one of our representatives, or you can send us an email at info@kotobee.com or to our support team at support@kotobee.com, and be sure we will answer you shortly, and we will answer all of your inquiries. Okay, so I think this is it. For anyone that has maybe questions that pops up in your mind while working with the software, as I mentioned, you can reach us through many different channels, website, email, Skype, or phone, and we will be more than happy to answer you and help you. Hope you have enjoyed this webinar, and thank you all for attending.